I'm here in Los Angeles, California for the annual National Broadcasting Society convention. Our students are here learning a lot about their department and even more about their field. Even though their 2016 basketball season is over, the UM Falcons are already starting to prepare for 2017. For more updates, check out our Falcon Fever website. Every year, the convention is a time for MBS chapters across the country to submit work in order to receive awards. This year, students submitted a couple of videos but did not receive a place. However, Mass Comm professors Mr. Pruitt, Dr. Cofield, and Dr. Finkley all received national recognition for their submitted work. You may have received a broadcast email talking about UM's Green Fund. Well, this hydration station right next to me is one of their many projects. You can simply take any kind of water bottle, put it under the spout, and water comes out. And then you've saved almost 36,000 bottles a year. About 20 to 25 animals are adopted each week from the Shelby Humane Society. Coming up, find out how new animal parents are keeping their fur babies warm and healthy during the winter months. Krause says it's very simple to make a warm spot for smaller animals, like cats for example. You can take a Tupperware bin like this one, pour hay inside, and that creates insulation. That keeps them warm. Shelby County was one of the last dry counties in Alabama. But now that voters have approved Sunday alcohol sales, residents can simply go down to their local gas station or restaurant and purchase alcohol whenever they want. While almost every club and organization on campus helps out on that early Saturday morning, students aren't the only ones who participate in the big event. While there are many options on campus for vegetarians, such as Moe's here where you can create a veggie bowl or a tofu bowl, students still say that they aren't getting a great value for the money they spend on their meal plans. It's almost that time of year again, finals week. Final exams will start Monday, May 2nd, and will finish up on Friday, May 6th. For a detailed schedule of test times, check out our Facebook page. Mary Lou Williams passed away last Wednesday after a battle with cancer. She was a pillar of the Montevallo community. Today, friends and family gathered at University Baptist Church to celebrate her life. Mary Lou worked as the Director of Development and Alumni Relations at Montevallo for 23 years. After her retirement from the university in 2008, Mary Lou held the job of the Director of the Montevallo Chamber of Commerce until 2013. Among many awards she received throughout her life, the 2015 College Night Dedication was one of them. Also in 2015, the annual Alumni Recognition Award was renamed to the Mary Lou Williams Alumnus Award. In lieu of flowers, her family requests that memorial gifts be made in Mary Lou's name to the Mary Lou Williams Endowed Scholarship in Arts and Sciences. Gifts can be mailed to the UM Foundation, Station 6215, Montevallo, Alabama, zip code 35115. Reporting for Falcon Weekly, I'm Courtney Boyd. Governor Robert Bentley is trying to deflect attention from his affair allegations and push for impeachment by lawmakers in Montgomery. All eyes are on the Empire State as the New York primary is tomorrow. Presidential frontrunners Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are hoping to come out the victors in their home state despite recent wins by their opponents. Diane Gallagher reports. Tim Peake ran on a treadmill inside the International Space Station just as the real marathon was going on below him in the British capital. Peake pre-recorded a race countdown that was played on the big screens at the starting line. During his race, he watched a virtual reality simulation of real runners who used the app called Run Social. Peake wrapped up his space marathon in about 3 hours and 35 minutes. So guys, have you ever ran a marathon?
No.
I think I would die. I literally would just pass out.
Yeah, I'm not much of a runner unless something is chasing me.
Yeah.
You know?
Same.
I think it's kind of cool that he kind of did it all on his own. You know, it wasn't like the atmosphere where you're running with other people.
Yeah.
He kind of just did it. Ground has officially broken for Strong Call, the newest addition to the UM's Department of Communication. The construction project will expand the existing mass communication building and will bring both comm studies and mass comm under one roof. Every April, SGA puts aside a day to round up all the groups at the university and do a little manual labor in the community. Barnett Street is home to a woman named Johnny who is always ready for students to come to her home.
I love this event every year. They do the hardest part of my yard work that I can't do.
Johnny has participated in the big event for the past 3 years.
The first year they cut all the bushes along the fence there.
For each big event, students come to her home and tackle a different yard work task.
Last year, they dug up the garden spot for us and cleared this part here.
Like every year before, people showed up at Johnny's door at 8 a.m. to roll their sleeves up and get to work.
And now this year, y'all getting the rest of it, and I love it.
Students start early in the morning and work until about 11 a.m. After the work is done, the cafeteria staff serves food such as hot dogs and hamburgers for big event participants. While almost every club and organization on campus helps out on that early Saturday morning, students aren't the only ones who participate in the big event. Cedric Norman, the Assistant Director of Student Life, mostly does administrative duties now, but he did do a little bit of hard labor for the big event a couple years ago.
I wanted to do something because I never participated as a student when I was here because we didn't have the big event.
The big event is a time of the year that helps benefit not only the Montevallo community, but also the students doing the work. Reporting for Falcon Weekly, I'm Courtney Boyd. The National Broadcasting Society held their annual convention in Los Angeles, California this year. Montevallo's chapter had the opportunity to attend and even fly out a little early for some sightseeing. Junior Elizabeth Reinhart has been to LA before, but she's never attended an MBS convention.
This convention provides so many opportunities and so many connections that you couldn't get by not coming out here.
During their stay, the students attended different seminars to learn more about mass communication and the art of making videos.
And then what do you find out?
I think it's a great convention to go to.
Senior Haley Myers has been to convention before, but she says it's different every year.
I think it's really good for all of us to kind of get to know what the professionals are looking for, what the professionals are doing, and how they interact not only with other people, but like how they promote their market.
Some of this year's speakers include NBC West Coast correspondent Joe Fryer and ESPN's Crowley Sullivan. But networking isn't the only reason students and faculty make the trip to the national meeting. Every year, the convention is a time for MBS chapters across the country to submit work in order to receive awards. This year, students submitted a couple of videos but did not receive a place. However, Mass Comm professors Mr. Pruitt, Dr. Cofield, and Dr. Finkley all received national recognition for their submitted work. MBS has not said where the 2017 convention will be, but an announcement should be made in the next several weeks. Reporting for Falcon Weekly, I'm Courtney Boyd. About 20 to 25 animals are adopted each week from the Shelby Humane Society. Coming up, find out how new animal parents are keeping their fur babies warm and healthy during the winter months. A cat or dog's fluffy fur coat may look really warm, but it may not be enough to protect them from the frigid winter weather. At the Shelby Humane Society, workers know exactly how dangerous cold weather can be for animals.
Keeping them outside in winter months, just like with any person or any type of animal, is just health related. They could get very sick.
Adoption counselor Casey Krause says if it's too cold for you to be outside without a jacket, then it's too cold for your pet. And prolonged exposure could lead to frostbite or worse.
If it gets cold enough, potentially death from being out in the cold without any shelter from the elements.
The Humane Society takes steps to make sure they keep animals warm during the winter.
Our dogs have indoor-outdoor facilities. When it does get cold, we'd obviously would close them off from the outdoor areas or give them the option of coming in. Our kennels are all heated for the dogs. They do get to go outside and play, but it's only for a small amount of time, so they don't get too cold.
If you don't have a heated dog or cat house, there are some low-cost alternatives.
A really nice, easy thing for them is just building kind of like a little temporary shelter.
Krause says it's very simple to make a warm spot for smaller animals, like cats, for example. You can take a Tupperware bin like this one, pour hay inside, and that creates insulation. That keeps them warm. If building a house for your animal is not an option, you can simply bring them inside. Laura Poitras loves bringing her dogs inside during the winter.
They stay in the living space. They share the couch with us. They share sitting on the vents with us, because who doesn't want to sit on an air vent when it's cold outside?
Remember to find some way to keep your animal warm this winter, whether it's creating a temporary shelter or bringing your pets inside. Staying warm is the most important factor. Reporting for Falcon Weekly, I'm Courtney Boyd.